So the next thing that happened on Elimination Chamber, it was an Elimination Chamber match. It was the United States Champion Austin Theory versus Seth Rollins versus Johnny Gargano versus Bronson Reed versus Damien Priest versus Montez Ford in an Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship. Now, we kick off the match with Johnny Gargano and Seth Rollins, and I think this is the first ever time that they ever went one-on-one, kind of, in a WWE ring. But yeah, it was pretty good. It was going back and forth and everything, trading pinfalls and all that stuff. And then eventually everybody starts coming down. Like Austin Theory was the first one out of the pod, and he starts getting beat up by Seth Rollins and Montez Ford inside the pod and everything. And then eventually Damien Priest comes out, and then Bronson Reed, and then Montez Ford, which was the last one out. Everybody was in there at the same time. And there was one cool moment with Montez Ford where he climbs up the top of the chains, and he just jumps off with the crossbody onto everybody outside the ring. And then that's led to pretty much Johnny Gargano jumping over the top rope with a DDT onto Bronson Reed. And then we see Montez Ford kicking Bronson Reed upside the head and stuff. Seth Rollins hits a curb stomp onto him, and then onto Bronson Reed, and then Montez Ford climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumping off with the frog splash onto Bronson Reed, pinning him for the 3 count. So yeah, Bronson Reed was the first person eliminated in this match. And then there was a cool moment where we see Seth Rollins and Johnny Gargano climbing up the chains, and then they go on top of the pod, and then Damien Priest, Austin Theory, was trying to climb up there as well, but they got knocked down. And then Gargano and Rollins was going at it on top of the pod. Rollins was trying to powerbomb Gargano off the top of the pod onto everybody that's on the floor, but Gargano reverses it with a Hurricane Rana onto Seth Rollins, onto everybody. And it looked like Gargano hurted himself pretty bad, but he still continued on with this match. Priest gets him back into the ring, hits the Razor's Edge onto Johnny Gargano, pinning him for the 3 count. So Johnny Gargano was the second person eliminated in this match. And then we're down to the last 4, Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, Damien Priest, and Montez Ford. Montez Ford going wild and everything onto everybody. And then we see Damien Priest being the next one eliminated by Montez Ford with the frog splash and everything, because he was going at it. But then went down with the final 3, Montez, Austin, and Seth. Montez going wild and everything, hit the front flips over the top rope onto both of them, taking him out and everything. He got Austin Theory inside the ring, trying to beat him down and everything. He beats him down. Austin Theory was at one point trying to hit A-Town down onto Montez, but Montez gets off his shoulders, kicks him upside the head, climbs up the top turnbuckle, jumps off with the frog splash onto Austin Theory, but Theory puts his knees up. Montez lands on his knees. Montez is like halfway out the ring through the bottom rope, but then he gets hit with a curb stomp by Seth Rollins outside the floor. Theory then hits Rollins, drags Montez back in the middle of the ring, pinning him for a 3 count. So yeah, Montez Ford was the next one eliminated. We're only down to 2 more, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory. Both of them was going at it, and Montez Ford looks like he wasn't okay. So the referee calls down a bunch of referees and officials and all that to come and help Montez Ford out the ring. While that was going on, Rollins and Theory was going at it. Rollins takes out Austin Theory with a pedigree inside the ring. But while the doors was like open and stuff because Montez Ford needed help to get out, Logan Paul eventually makes his way in there, hitting a buckshot lariat onto Seth Rollins because Seth Rollins was waiting to hit the curb stomp onto Theory. And then Rollins was trying to get back up, and he gets hit with the curb stomp by Logan Paul. Logan Paul lays him out, and he walks out. Talking about that's what you get for talking so much crap, Rollins. The Theory gets back up, lifts up Seth Rollins, has him up on his shoulders, and hits A-Town down onto Seth Rollins, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3. So yeah, Austin Theory defeated Seth Rollins, Montez Ford, Damien Priest, Johnny Gargano, and Bronson Reed in the Elimination Chamber match. And yeah, he has retained the United States Championship. That's what happened. Pretty good match. I give that match 4 stars. That's why I'll give it really, really good match right there. But yeah, that's what happened there. And up next, it will be the main event. It will be the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn 1-on-1 for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Up next, at Elimination Chamber. So yeah, I'll see you guys later until the next thing that happens on Elimination Chamber. See you guys later until then.